Hello again. We're now ready to start. Thank you all for joining today's webinar. I'm Pelli, Head of Customer Engagement, and I will be your host for today. Stavros, our Senior Sales Engineer, will be joining. Hi Stavros, how are you today?
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much, Pelli. Fine.
We're happy to have with us Acronis Senior Pre-Sales, Francisco Amadi, who will be showcasing the Acronis Cloud Backup key features and benefits with a high technical view though. Hi Francisco, how are you? Can you listen?
Hi, Pelli.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for taking this time to listen to us.
Excellent. Well, we'll be starting in a minute. Just before we begin, I would like to shortly introduce interworks Cloud for those that are not familiar. We're a trusted Microsoft solution provider and proud to lead the global market in cloud enablement. Our product, the interworks Cloud Platform, enables CSPs, MSPs, independent cloud service providers, and ISVs to start and scale their own cloud businesses by publishing a custom-branded marketplace for their customers or resellers, depending on the level of channel they have, boost their sales, and fully automate billing, auditing, payment, and support processes for cloud services. So in the next 45 to 50 minutes, you will have a deep dive to our a new catalog offering, the Acronis Cloud Backup. We launched the service early this year. During the webinar, you're welcome to leave your comments and questions by the questions tab. The question tab is available through the control panel at your right. So please feel free to speak to your colleagues if you wish, as your microphones will be muted during the webinar. Okay, Francisco, I have made you the presenter, so we're ready to start. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Pelli, again. Good afternoon, everyone. Now let me try to share my screen. You should now see my presentation. Can you confirm
Yes,
that everything is okay?
everything is good. Yes, we can see.
Great, great. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to present myself in a short 10 seconds. My name is Francisco Amadi. I'm based in Italy, Milano, and I'm in the pre-sales in Acronis since almost 10 years. And I'm going to present to you the Acronis Backup Cloud solution, but not only with the slides and PowerPoint, but I'm also glad to introduce you a demo of the product with some cool features. Of course, you're welcome to put any questions to the questions and answer panel. But I would like to introduce Acronis also, because I realized that many of you already know what Acronis is and what Acronis did in the past, but just for the ones of you that don't know, well, we are in the world, in the IT world since 2002. And why we are there? Because we invented something really cool in 2002. What was it? The concept of the full image backup on running system. Acronis invented the idea to take a picture, let's call it, of the system while the machine is running. This is very important because in the past it was not possible to take images of machine, but you had to reboot those machines from a CD, from a USB key, from a floppy drive, and so the service that those machines were going to have were interrupted. What Acronis invented was the concept of doing image backup while the machine is running. This was applied at the beginning to the PC, to the workstations, but then it was applied to the servers too. And then the virtualization came, then the cloud came, and we applied these concepts also to the new environments, so to virtual environments, VMware, Hyper-V, and also many others, and to the cloud systems, right, in the very recent years. Another important technology that we invented, and this is something that we still are considered leader for, is the concept of universal restore. Universal restore is the feature that allows you to take an image of a machine and then restore this image to another hardware. So you can imagine to have, for example, a Dell server. You can take the image of this machine and you can restore this machine to a Fujitsu, to a HP, to a whatever you want. The secret behind this is the capability to inject the drivers of the new machine into the restored machine. Then we applied this concept also to virtual. So the concept of moving a machine from physical to virtual for Acronis is nothing but restoring to a different hardware. A virtual machine has a virtual hardware, so it's the same concept. And right now we can do that also to the cloud. Okay, so these are the two main technologies that Acronis invented in the past. Of course, Acronis didn't sit down and wait for the world to evolve, and we introduced many other innovations, just like reverse incremental backups, just like VM flashback. It's a technology that allows to do in virtual environment incremental restore. I repeat that, incremental restores. It means that if you have a machine 1 terabyte large and your last backup was yesterday at midnight, what you will have to restore today at 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning is only what changed between midnight and 2 in the morning. So it means some gigs or something like that. Incremental restore. We introduced deduplication as a software in our software solution, and many other capabilities and features. This led us to win lots of prizes, lots of awards. You can see some of them here, and this is what made us to be considered one of the market leader in the backup market for SMBs. We can count more than 5,000 petabytes of data under protection of all our services, of all our products. Okay, it's not in our cloud. I would like it to be, but in all premises, we count more or less 5,000 petabytes of data protected. We count more than 50,000 partners worldwide. We count 500,000 customers in the business. You can see some of the most important of them here in this slide, well spread all over the world. We also have some important customers in Greece too, but for regulations, privacy, and so on, I cannot mention here. And we count lots of customers also in the consumer market and the OEM licenses. You can see here some other examples of our real famous or important customers, well spread into lots of verticals, automotive, education, and so on and so forth. This to say that Acronis technologies can be applied in almost all kinds of workloads and all kinds of businesses. Well, we spoke about a little bit of our past. Now let's see a little bit something about our vision, so something about our present and future. Okay, I will show you what is our vision, that it's called Acronis Hybrid Cloud Architecture. So imagine to have different kind of workloads, physical, virtual, application, mobile, it doesn't matter. Imagine to have data protection of this workload. The idea of Acronis is to have a unified, centralized data protection of all of these workloads and store those backups on any kind of storages. Okay, everything will be done through some products or services. Okay, here in the left column you can see what are and what will be the products and the services that will manage the hybrid cloud architecture. Okay, there is backup. We know that. We are here for hearing about Acronis Backup Cloud. But there is something more, because Acronis' vision of data protection is not limited to backup only. We have disaster recovery services. We have monitoring services. We have notarization services. So most of those products and services are not still ready. Some of them are available only as a normal product. I mean that you can purchase from the distribution and then resell to your customers. Some of these products are also available as a service. And this is what we are talking about now. Acronis Backup Cloud is maybe the first product service that is aligned with the Acronis hybrid cloud architecture. So this is our vision: a unified, centralized data protection with a unified web interface for all our products, able to protect any workload in any storage, okay, with a number of services that can do different things. Right now, what we are talking about is Acronis Backup Cloud. So, Acronis Backup is the main focus of Acronis since the foundation, since 2002, as I described before. It exists as a normal product, but Acronis Backup Cloud is not a normal product. It's not sold by serial numbers, SKU, or something like that. Is backup as a service. In this case, in this particular talk, I will talk about the backup as a service that is offered by our gold platinum partner, interworks.cloud. So what's Acronis Backup Cloud? Is a service that easily accelerates time value by Interworks Cloud with a scalable hybrid cloud solution. Very important, this word, hybrid. Hybrid means that, okay, Acronis Backup Cloud, it's something that you can do backup on the cloud. Not only. Hybrid means both on-premises and to the cloud, because our vision of the data protection is not only backup to the cloud, it's not only backup on-premises, but also backup, but both of them, okay? This is a service. This is a managed service that you, as a service provider, can offer then to your end users. It's easy. It's easy to deliver. It's easy to learn. There's nothing to install as an infrastructure, because everything, the cloud management, the console management is in the cloud. Is complete because you can, and you will see this in the demo and in another slide in a couple of minutes. You can protect very many different platforms, from physical to virtual to mobile to cloud, etc. And it's safe. It's designed to be safe. It's designed with the encryption in the mind. It's designed with the regulations in the mind. Okay. So let's have a quick look at the main key features of Acronis Backup Cloud. First of all, how you control, how you manage your customers and the product with Acronis Backup Cloud with an easy-to-use web management console. This means that everything is done through a web browser. So this means that you can do this from your PC, from your tablet, or from home. If your customer calls you and say, hey, I just need to do a restore, you can do it from everywhere. Okay? The platform is designed to be both multi-tier and multi-tenant. Multi-tenant means that your customers will be able to access the platform and see their own machines, and you as partners, you as service providers can connect to the platform and see all your customers. And it's multi-tier because it allows to have a different kind of users. There is the administrator, there is the read-only user, there is the backup operator user. So in order to have all your customers' needs satisfied. Okay? But as I said, this is not only a product, this is a service. So it's delivered with the possibility to white label or co-brand the interface. For example, you can add your colors to the, or your logo to the interface, for example. Or you can brand the URL. Usually it's cloud.acronis.com, but maybe it could be something else. It's your decision. Okay? And first of all, the main point is that, as I mentioned before, the service can protect both on-premises, public, private cloud, and Office 365. This means that it's really 365 degrees open-minded. Okay? How it's deployed. In the interworks.cloud deployment, you will have two different options. Or deploy the platform so that the backup cloud, the backup to the cloud will be on Azure or on interworks.cloud premises. You have this choice. The management console will also be in the cloud. So you also have to connect to something that is in our data center, but the backup of your customers will lead or to Azure or to interworks.cloud, just like interworks.cloud offers in his offering. Okay? Of course, you will have the chance to test the product, the service. It's fully functional. There is no limitations. You can try it for 30 days and test performances and whatever you wish. And then, if you wish to sign the contract with interworks.cloud for this service, then you don't have to install anything from scratch again, because it's only a matter of converting the account from trial to production. Okay? As I said, this is a service. So you as partners can offer this service to your customers in different ways. It could be a completely, totally managed service. So the customer could say, hey, I want you to make backups of my machine. I don't want to know how to do that. I will pay you. You have to do that. This could be done. There are some customers that can say, hey, I want the access to my platform and decide how many backups, when, where, and so on. You can do that. Or you can mix these approaches. The platform is flexible so that you can meet your customers' needs. And of course, the platform is web-based, so it's very easy to show that it's multi-language. You can switch from a language to another in a couple of mouse clicks. Okay? And then finally, you probably know about the GDPR regulation, the Global Data Protection Regulation. It's a series of regulations that will be in place in less than 1 year. If I'm not wrong, it will be starting in 25th May in 2018, so it's a little bit less than 1 year. Well, Acronis Backup Cloud is already ready for GDPR regulations. Why? Because first, you can back up all your customers' premises, all your customers' workloads, from mobile to mailboxes to whatever. Okay? Second, as I said, it's designed to have in mind security. So encryption is guaranteed, both at rest, so backups can be encrypted both in the local premises and in the cloud, and on transit. So there cannot be man-in-the-middle attacks or threats of this kind. and you can have multiple backup locations. This is very important for the GDPR regulations, because this regulation will need you to have multiple locations for backup. And Acronis Backup Cloud allows to have backup in local disks, network shares, or in the cloud. As I said, the cloud means for this offering or interworks.cloud premises or on Azure. Okay, and there are many, multiple, a big number of retention rules and policies available, so you can retain your backups for months, years, whatever you wish, in order to be compliant with these regulations. Okay. Last slide, I would like to show you what's good, what's cool for end users. The main point that differentiates Acronis from other vendors is that it covers many platforms, from Windows Server to Linux Server to PC and Mac, so workstations, applications, Microsoft application, Exchange, SQL Server, SharePoint, Active Directory, etc., etc., virtual environments, Hyper-V, and VMware, of course. And also, you can protect your mobile devices. You can back up the content of your mobile devices, of your customers' mobile devices, all in a single pane of glass. This is the very main important point, the single pane of glass, because there are many other services that can protect, I don't know, virtual environments. And there are many others that can protect Macs. But there are no others that can protect with only one service all these platforms, all together in one single web platform. This is the very main important thing. Okay? And also, for example, we have the protection for Office 365, and it's going to come the protection of OneDrive. I cannot imagine how many of you is using one of these technologies, but OneDrive is very popular, very used. But, well, we are going to protect also this workload. Okay, so this is the main point. All of these platforms with all the options that I described before. So just to wrap up my presentation, and now I will jump to the demo. Acronis Backup Cloud is easy to provision and use because it's web, it's on the cloud. There is no training or minimal training to learn it. There is a very easy learning curve, but it's also complete for the reasons that I said. We can protect lots of the workloads. It's safe. We can encrypt. We can encrypt and save with passwords the backups. And another point is that our technology is trusted. We are on the market since 2002, and the same technology evolved with new features is still here. It's fast. We have lots of tests made by independent vendors, independent bloggers, or independent companies that demonstrate that our software is very fast in backing up, but most important is very fast on restore. Okay, and it's reliable. These are the main points that you have to have clear in mind now. Okay, now I jump really fast to my demo.
Thank you, Francisco. Just before you start with your demo,
Yeah.
I would like to ask the audience one single question. So I'm going to launch one poll for all of you. Just and I need Stavros to start to just leave us a comment there. I'm asking, are you already reselling Acronis Cloud Backup? Just a yes or no, so I can understand better of your needs. Are you starting to vote? Yes, thank you. Once we complete, I'm going to show the results. Just waiting from some friends to answer. Stavros, how did you think of Francisco's presentation so far?
Thank you, Francisco, for your presentation. It was very nice, and you covered all the issues for the now and for the future with the new options.
Thank you.
Let's now have some...
And those are the results, guys. So 33% are already reselling Acronis Cloud Backup, and 67% haven't yet. Okay, thank you for letting us know, Francisco.
We'll be happy to assist the 65% to guide them and to see how it is easy to resell and also how easy to implement the solution, as Francisco is going to demonstrate now through the platform.
Yes, we're ready for the demo,
Francisco.
Great. I haven't voted for it. Should I?
Next time, Francisco.
Okay. So thank you for voting. Thank you for letting us know which are your split between already selling and not already selling. Now I'm going to show you something about Acronis Backup Cloud. As you can see, it's cloud.acronis.com. But as I told you before, this URL can be, if you wish, customized. Okay, but I didn't, and I'm connected. I'm going to connect to my premise. Okay, so as I told you, Acronis Backup Cloud is for end users. We are protecting end users' premises, but it's a managed service designed for service provider to manage those customers. So what I'm going to do is first connect shortly with an account that has the partner level. Then I will show you what the end user can see through this. I'm going to put my credentials. Oh, now today I'm very good in guessing my passwords. I have lots of them. Okay, of course, this is a demo environment just to show you. Here we have a panel, a console that you would see today or tomorrow if you start trying the product. Of course, here is already filled with some customers, with some, for example, we have this one that already has some workers inside, 11 mailboxes, 2 phones, 3 virtual machines, and so on. It's really easy to add a new one. You have also to add a group. It's called group in our interface. Choose if it's a partner itself or it's a new end user. For example, let's call it demo SRL. Okay. You will have to choose which is the cloud that this end user will use. As I told you, there are 2 different options, the Azure or the interworks.cloud premises. In this case, I have 2 possibilities in my demo stand. I can go to Azure as well, and I can go to our data centers. Okay? You can choose the languages.
Francesco?
Yes, please.
One small interruption. To save time to our partners, these already are automated. So when one of our partners is ordering for on behalf of the customer, and while ordering, he's choosing if it's Azure or if it's in interworks.cloud, it automatically creates inside his platform, his tenant, the customer with the appropriate quota and stuff. So this part is already automated, just mentioning.
Thank you.
Okay.
I know, and I just wanted to make our attendees know what's behind.
Okay, great.
Then you have quotas for number of machines, storage, and so on and so forth. Okay. I would like to show you that how it's possible to brand. I can change the colors. I can change the logos. I can change some information here. And here you can have also some reports that you can run monthly or custom, just to know how it's going, what's going on. Okay. Then, of course, as I mentioned, you can change the language on the fly. I don't remember if Greece is there. I don't think so. I apologize for that. I hope that English is okay for you.
Yes,
And
because we have attendees from Malta and Cyprus and some other European
great.
countries, so English is perfect. Thank you, Francisco.
Well, they are English mother tongue, so they
What to do?
probably they are probably say, "Hey, what bad English has this guy?"
They will have to see the record once or twice to understand later.
Okay. Okay. So this is the partner console. What I would like to show you is that, for example, if I select one of the end users, as I told you, this is a managed service. So from here, as a partner, I can look inside what's inside an end user. And that's it. This is what the partner can see related to the end user. A very important thing is that the partner can create backup plans for the end users, and if the end user doesn't have the administrator account, it cannot change the backup plans. So if you have some, how can I say, some agreements with the customers that say, hey, I want you to make backup every week at noon, okay? You don't want your customer to stop this backup plan or to change this schedule because this is in your agreement. And this is the way that you can do that. Now what I'm going to do is to disconnect and connect back to the same tenant, but as you were an end user. So this is the account. This is the password. First of all, as you can see, the colors are different. Why? I show you because at the partner level, I changed something in the environment, in the colors. Okay. From this environment, you can have different machine registered. Here we have virtual machines with the agent inside. Here we have some VMware hosts. Here we have virtual machines inside the VMware environment. Okay, and here we have also my iPad, so that I can back up my iPad environment. Okay. Now, what I want to show you is the capability to create backup plans. I select a machine, I click backup, I can apply, if needed, an existing backup plan, run now or edit it, or adding a new backup plan. And I can apply another backup plan that exists somewhere in the environment, or create a new one. I just want to show you how many features there are, so I want to show all the options. What to backup? Here we are. You can backup the whole machine, or only the disk or volumes that you want, or single files and folders, or for Windows machine only, the system state. You can also check if the applications inside the machine can be backed up so that you can restore, for example, mailboxes or SQL databases and so on, enabling or disabling this option. And here we go with the backup location. As I mentioned before, the cloud storage, and what Stavros told us, the cloud storage is decided in advance. So you will not say at the end user level, Azure or interworks or whatever. You will say, we will see here cloud storage. But of course, the end user will know which is the cloud storage where his backups are destined to go. And then you have the possibility to make backup locally and on network folders. There is another option that allows you to have multiple backup destinations. So if you can have a backup locally, and then this backup will be replicated to the cloud. Okay. Of course, I will not run this backup in order to save time. I just have some of them. I can take another machine. We can look at what we can do. with those backups. These machines, it's a small Windows XP machine that I use for because it's small, because it's very easy to do backups. We did backups in 3 different locations, as you can see, and we can browse those different locations and look at different restore points. Okay, this is a local NAS that I have here in my lab, and this is Acronis Cloud Storage in my case. What can I do with the recovery? I can recover the entire machine. This allows you to recover the whole image of a running machine. So if this Windows XP test and -ABC machine is still running, you can restore the entire image of this machine on the fly. Okay? Or you can restore files and folders, of course. You can browse the content of this backup, choose whichever files or folders that you want. Okay, I can select and I can recover these files or folders to the original machine or to another. So in this case, if the Windows XP test ABC machine is not available, you can recover his backups to another machine, okay, original or custom location. And here we go with the very best solution, the Run SVM feature. What is Run SVM? Just suppose that you have this machine. It doesn't matter. Look, listen, very important. It doesn't matter if this machine is physical or virtual. There are so many competitors that do run from backup in the market, but they do it only for virtual machines. What Acronis does is to kind of generalize this concept and create a Run SVM machine from any kind of backup. Okay? Physical, virtual, or cloud machine. How does it work? Basically, you need to have an environment, a virtual environment. You have the backup of this machine, and you have a virtual environment. Then you will ask your virtual environment, that can be ESXi, Hyper-V, or even on Azure directly, to believe that this backup is a virtual machine, using heavily the VMware API for data protection. You will fake, you will kid, you are kidding the virtual environment in order for him to believe that this backup is a virtual machine. And then you can spin up this machine directly from backup. So it's not a restore. If you have to restore a 1 terabyte machine, you have to restore from a place to another 1 terabyte. Okay? This is not a restore. Run from backup is spinning up a machine from a fake virtual machine. I will have to choose only my cluster. This is a data center, virtual data center. These are 2 clusters. I will select 1 cluster. I will call this machine Run VM demo or something like that. And we can select the features, the characteristics of this machine. Memory, how much memory you would like this machine to have, just a Run SVM machine. You can choose to disconnect network adapters, because if you are testing the backup with a Run SVM machine, you don't want this fake machine to interfere with the real machine. Okay, or you can add a new one. We can add some memories, and we can choose what to do with this fake virtual machine. If running up, or make it be turned off, and then turn it on with your virtual environment. So just pressing play on the virtual machine. Okay, this is Run SVM. This creates from the backup a running machine, just to make you work with this machine. Why you should do that? Because, for example, you need this workload to be ready in 5 minutes, just the time to the machine for the machine to power on. Okay? Or if you need to check if update, Windows update or application update will run on this machine. You will not apply it to the production machine. You can run SVM, a backup of the production machine, and then apply the patch. Does it work? Will it work? The patch? Will it work? We wanted it to work. You know, into the run SVM machine. You will not apply it to the production machine. Then you do your job. You simply destroy the run SVM machine and you're done. This is very easy to do, very straightforward. And this is an option to have a kind of disaster recovery. If your physical or virtual machine are really important and you need this machine to work, okay, you run SVM. Then in the meantime, you can, for example, repair the hardware or restore a backup, but in the meantime, the machine is running and your service is not down. Okay? Last but not the least, I would like to show you another option. We have a backup. We want to restore it, but this machine is not running. Let's suppose that this Windows XP machine is not running, it is dead, the hardware is dead, the disk is broken or something. How can I restore the machine in this case? Let's do it even better. Let's imagine that we want to restore this machine into another hardware, so using universal restore. Of course, the machine is not running, so you cannot restore on the fly, just like I showed you before. You have this option. You click on more ways to recover, and you can download the ISO image. The ISO is nothing but a bootable media. Bootable media is the media that we used, do you remember in 2002 when I told you, hey, we can do this with the bootable media? Okay, it's the same thing. You can do with bootable media a restore of a bare metal machine. Okay, of course, right now I cannot show you because everything is virtual. I cannot show a broken machine, so let me put a virtual machine that it's our demo machine. You should see my virtual environment. I choose this broken FAM ABC03 machine, and I connected the ISO that I have already downloaded to it. So imagine that this machine is your PC or your server that doesn't boot anymore. You take the ISO, you burn it to a CD, DVD, USB-K, whatever you want, and put it in the CD USB drive. You spin up the machine to this bootable media, and let's see what happens. Machine boots up. Hopefully. No, it will. Come on, my friend, don't make me good bad figure. It worked. 1 hour before it worked. It's the good thing of doing something in direct.
Francisco,
Yes.
can we give you any help?
It's strange. The problem is that this virtual environment that you can see here is it's not here in my lab, is in our cloud. So I have not the control of these machines. So every time I try to spin them up, I have to cross my fingers and see if it works.
Okay.
Okay, it worked.
It works. Yeah.
Maybe it worked. No, it worked, but it spinned
Everything
up
needs some
into
time.
the.
No worries. Okay.
But it spinned up into the window, so I only have to Let's do it this way. Reset it and retry. Just make it hard.
It's okay. The audience has now time to continue asking so many and so interesting questions. So we give some space to Francisco, and I'm seeing everything is getting ready.
It's a couple of minutes more. Just okay. Now
Right.
it worked.
Yes.
Now I guess what happened. The screen went in kind of sleep mode, so it was there, but we couldn't see that. The machine did what we wanted, but we couldn't see that only. So after a timeout, it booted up into the Windows. Okay, this is our rescue media. This is our ISO that we downloaded. We spinned up our machine through this ISO, and this is what you should see in your PC if you spin up your machine with this ISO. You can select to continue booting, but in our example, you cannot boot the machine through Windows because your machine is broken. Okay, it's a demo. Actually, it's not broken, but just imagine it. Or run this rescue media. This rescue media is nothing but a Linux environment that will run inside your hardware in a protected mode, and you will be able to connect or to your NAS or your customer NAS or to your customer's cloud space in order to restore the machine. Okay, it's booted up. You can configure the network. It assigned the DHCP IP address, but you can configure it pressing this. Let's do it inside. Let's make it inside. We can recover the machine, selecting the data. Here I can choose or a network share, or a local disk, or a cloud space. I repeat it, from a machine broken with no disk anymore, you spin up it with a bootable media, and you can recover the image of this machine from the cloud if you wish. Okay, but we can do it more than this. Once we restored this backup, and let's suppose that this is done, we can apply universal restore. Apply universal restore means inject the drivers for the new machine. Let's imagine that your broken PC is a Dell one, and then you have to restore on the Asus or on a HP machine. Okay? Then you apply universal restore, and applying universal restore means that the tool recognizes which operating system is inside this restored machine. Then it will allow you to search on the bootable media or wherever you want for the drivers. So universal restore doesn't come with the embedded drivers. You have to provide those drivers, but who's better than you that knows which is the right drivers to provide? You have this and this and that Dell model, then okay, I can download from the website the right drivers, and that's it. Okay, and then apply. This is the way that we conquered the market of restoring to to different hardware, and this is the way that we use for restoring a machine from physical to virtual, or from virtual to physical, or from whatever to whatever. We call it any-to-any migration. Okay, this is universal restore. Okay, there could be lots of things that I would like to show you. We can speak for hours and days and months, but we don't have so many times. So I will encourage you to try it. Spin up some virtual machines, put it in the agent, register to interworks.cloud trial, and try it, because it's really amazing and you can do lots of stuff. So this is my last point. So Peli, Stavros, I think that we can switch to the questions and
Thank you, Francisco. That was an excellent presentation and demo. We have gathered lots of questions, and we could start answering some of them.
Yeah.
Just give me a minute so I can make myself the presenter. But let me just pop the first one while I'm doing this. One of our friends says, does Acronis Cloud Backup supports vSphere environments with free licenses?
This is a good question. Thank you for this question. The answer is yes, but I can guess what's behind this question. What's behind is that usually backup products for virtual environments leverages the VADP, the API from VMware to back up virtual machines through without any agent installed, so through the hypervisor. Okay, but VMware also has a free license with very few options, with very few features, but it exists. So normal products cannot protect these workloads. Acronis can do it. Why? Because we use the VMware vSphere API, but we can also install agents inside the virtual machines and treat them as they were physical. The software will recognize that these machines are virtual. Do you remember my demo? There was a couple of machines with the VM name inside. This was because it recognizes that this machine with an agent inside is virtual. Okay, so it will be paid, it will be billed as a virtual machine. But from the technical point of view, it will be managed as it was a physical machine, as it was your physical server or your physical PC. This allows to work around the limitations of vSphere free licensing that doesn't allow the agentless backup. And this is kind of unique in the VMware backup of VMware market. Okay, so the short answer is yes, we can support it.
Okay.
Something to mention also here, I'll take the opportunity. This is the way that we cover all virtual machines, no matter where they run. If it's a Linux virtualization, KVM, Proxmox, or it's virtual machines on Azure or virtual machines on Google data center or virtual machines on Amazon data center. We put the engines inside the virtual machine and we can back up all of them and do restore of them wherever we want locally or to other data center or to other virtualization platforms.
This is correct. This is 100% correct. Thank you, Stavros. The point is that a machine with an agent inside doesn't know to be virtual. Okay, doesn't know it. Our agent doesn't know that it's inside a virtual machine, more or less. Okay, so we can manage every kind of machine just like it were physical. Exactly. KVM, Proxmox, whatever, Acropolis, every kind of cloud, we use this approach. And this makes us so unique, and this is the reason why we can support all of those environments that I mentioned before.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you both. We have too many questions, so Francisco, try to be as short in time. One other friend says, is it possible for our partners, referring to himself, as to make end users back up their data in their own data centers?
Yes, of course, this is a possible option. Just imagine to have more or less the same stuff, the same environment, the same machine that we have in our data center, or that interworks.cloud guys have in their own data center, but deployed into your as a partner's data center. This is important because sometimes end users want to back up their machine only to their really really trusted partners. Okay, we as Acronis are trusted, Interworks is trusted, but there are any kind of end users that say, hey, no, I want you to be the owner, you as partner, to be the owner of my backups. Is this possible? Yes. The partner must install the software called Acronis Storage Gateway. This storage gateway will talk from one side to the agent installed on customer premises, to the other side to our cloud, of course, for managing quotas and permissions and so on, and internally to the storage that the partner will make available. So the agent will not pass through the Acronis Cloud, through whatever, will go, the backups will go from the agent directly to the partner premises. So this is a possible option.
Thank you.
Okay?
That's great. Great news. Another friend is asking, can Acronis Cloud Backup be sold as a totally self-service service to end users?
Yes, it's possible. This is a great question. Maybe I was too much quick before when I talked about managed, not managed, etc. The customers could say, hey, dear partner, I want you to sell me some backup products, some backup service, but I want to be the one who manages it. Is this possible? Yes. The way is that the partner can create some accounts into the end user environment and give the credential or make them be activated by the end users. Do you remember during the demo I connected with the second account, Cisco Frama or something like that? You remember? This was the end user account. This is what is exactly what replies to this question. If the customer has this account, then he can manage by himself all the service. On the other side, there could be a totally managed by the partner service. The customer can say, "Hey, I don't mind. I don't want to know even how you do my premises backup. I pay you. You are on it." Then partners can do that. Just I showed you. So all the both possibilities are available.
Good. Great. So, well, I think one last
question.
Yes, one more question because we have run out of time.
Yes, is when it's I know it's on the roadmap. I just need Francesco to verify about the G Suite module to be the G Suite, the Google Suite, to be able to back up the emails like we do the backups from Office 365. What about the G Suite? A customer is asking.
This is a good point. The problem is that we have been and are selecting the right partners to support. The very main one that generates revenues for partners in the cloud mailbox, is Office 365, and we are supporting that. Then, which is the second one? We have to choose it. So I'm not sure about it. I should look at the roadmap. I believe that it's not in the short-term roadmap, but I can verify. So I think, Stavros, that we can do in this way. I can be in contact with you, ask to my to product managers about this upcoming support, and then come back to you, and then you will have the chance to answer to the partner. I apologize with the partner that asked this. I don't have any immediate answer to this. I have to check with my developers.
That's fair enough. Thank you so much, Francisco, and thank everybody for asking so many and so interesting questions. As I promised, every other question will be answered privately after the end of the webinar, so we will have Francisco with us for another hour or so offline. and we will email you the answers. Again, Stavros, thank you so much for your help. A big thank you to Francisco for an excellent demo.
You're welcome.
And thank
You're
you
welcome. Thank
all
you,
for
everyone.
joining today. We hope to see you on our next webcast. Stay tuned. You will, of course, receive a copy of today's presentation and webinar's recording. You can follow us on social media and stay tuned for company updates. You can now leave. The webinar will be finished.
Thank you very much
Have a
all for
great day.
attending. Feel free to contact us for any information.
Goodbye. Have a great day. Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you all from my side too, and have a nice day. Goodbye.